and another man arguing next to a white car. Suddenly gets only on 6. Video exclusively obtained by NBC6 shows the moment rapper Kevhani Camilla Hicks fatally shoots her manager in Wynwood. The shooting happened back in October. The video shows the rapper and another man arguing next to a white car. Suddenly gets physical. 2 men seen on top of Hicks pinning her down. At one point, she gets up, walks away, reaches into a bag and starts shooting multiple times. Her manager does not make it out alive. The other man appears to drive off in the white car, runs Hicks over. She's now suffering from broken ribs. Police ended up charging the rapper with murder in the 2nd degree. She appeared in court this morning and will soon be released and placed on house arrest with a $50,000 bond. Hicks claims it was all in self-defense.
Shooting near Wynwood Walls early Monday morning.
NBC6's Amanda Placencia joins us live with the latest. Amanda.
Yes, Shawan, and it turns out that this shooting, which happened here in Wynwood, was reportedly a fight between a local rapper and her manager. And now the question for investigators is whether this was self-defense or second-degree murder.
Based on her statement that the victim in this case, is her manager, and she says that she's a singer. But we don't know what led to this argument.
Police say they got a shot spotter alert around 1:30 Monday morning on Northwest 2nd Avenue near Wynwood Walls. Based on witness statements and surveillance video, which has not been released by police, Hicks and the driver of a white Lexus got out of the car and were visibly upset and began arguing. First, the driver hit Hicks, throwing her to the ground, and then the alleged victim, her manager, also gets out of the car and beats her.
First, the driver is beating her on the ground, and then the alleged victim also gets out of the car and he begins to beat Miss Hicks. And the record reflects she's 5 foot, judge, about 120 pounds. She's a very small woman. I don't know what the size of the driver and the alleged victim are, but it's obvious from the arrest form that 2 men are beating her. When Miss Hicks meets with the officer, she indicates that the alleged victim told her that "I'll kill you in one hit," which would obviously make anyone afraid for their life when they've just been beaten. She's even hit by the car and injured and had to be taken to the hospital herself. So it's clear that Miss Hicks was afraid for her life when she's being basically beaten by 2 men, and at one point even struck with a vehicle. I would ask Your Honor to release her and not to find probable cause for second-degree murder. It looks like a clear case of self-defense. Ms. Hicks has no prior record. She's a college student.
Let me hear from the state.
Good morning, Your Honor. I refer the court to page 4 of the arrest affidavit. The first full paragraph there, where it indicates that the detective, upon review of better video footage of the incident, states that the defendant, yes, there was an altercation with the victim and another unidentified person, but at some point the defendant is able to walk away from the incident. And at that point, she walks away from the incident, and then when the victim has his back towards the defendant is when she fires in his direction. And it's the state's position that at that point, that is in fact an act that is imminently dangerous, obviously, and she has no regard for human life. And at that point, that is when it becomes a murder.
I believe she does have a very good self-defense claim, but a defense is that claim is a defense to the charge. Doesn't negate the finding that there is probable cause for second-degree murder. The victim was walking away and she shot him after he was beating on her. So there is probable cause for second-degree murder. She's going to have to go and have an Arthur hearing before the division judge, who I believe is Judge Lodi Jean,